Welcome back to the channel. I'm about to do a flip through and explanation of Saxon Math 5-4, and there are a lot of moving parts, so hang on to your britches. Welcome to the channel. My name is Morgan here at The Life of Tillmans. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for joining me and clicking play. I hope that you find everything that you need and enjoy right here at The Life of Tillmans. While you are here, go ahead, click the subscribe button and that notification bell so that you do not miss any of the videos. If you've been with me before, welcome back. I appreciate you. We are about to talk about Saxon Math 5-4. We started this with our oldest daughter because she was not enjoying anymore the teaching textbooks approach. She is like straight to the point type of person. I will link the video down below where we talked about teaching textbooks. I did a review on that. And it was just difference of opinion for both of my girls who were using it. So we decided to move on to something else for her. And Saxon Math was our next choice. There are a lot of parts to this Saxon Math. It is very thorough. It is, I don't even know where to start. It's a great curriculum. It does a spiral approach. I know a lot of people want to know the type of approach. It is a spiral approach, so it comes back around multiple times for the subject matters, which is what my oldest daughter needs. So if you are not looking for a spiral approach to mathematics and more of a mastery approach, this is not the curriculum for you. However, spiral approach really works for my daughter, and it works for me as well because it brings the things back into your mind. I feel like just over summer break, like if you stop doing something over summer break, when you come back, it's almost like you have to start all the way over again. I feel like that about mastery approach for me personally. My children, different story. I will give them whatever approach they need, and my oldest daughter needed a spiral approach. There are 3 books when you get the Saxon Math 5-4. This one here is the student manual, the instruction manual. You will also get, if you buy this in the 3-pack, the way that it comes, you will get your solutions manual that has all of the answers to everything. And then you will also get your test and worksheets booklet. 3 books for this curriculum. We've organized it fine. It hasn't been an issue with getting it all together. But knowing how to use the moving parts, it was a little bit of a learning curve for me. As I said before, when I introduced our 4th grade curriculum, which I will link that video down below, I realized that once I went through the book, I knew this before buying the curriculum, that my daughter was a little bit ahead of where it started. How I was going to figure out where to start her, initially I just went through and said, she knows this, she knows that, and flipped through, and I thought we would start around, I believe it was lesson 25 or so. But one of my amazing subscribers, thank you so much, had the suggestion of taking the quizzes or taking the test. And if they scored anything less than a 90 on the test, then that would help you determine where to start them. Perfect. We are at the testing point of this curriculum. And so that has made a difference in our approach. But with each lesson, and I'll do a flip through for you, with each lesson, there are 5 or 6 different parts for you to go through. We like the curriculum. It has helped so much. When I do the flip through, I will tell you what we like about it and how we're moving through it. I'm just gonna flip the camera right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I just wanna say, Saxon Math has been around for years. It is a really solid curriculum if you are needing your child to have that spiral approach, and if they are struggling with math, it really drives home the math concepts. I have all 3 books here for you. The student manual here on the right, you have your test and worksheets and your solutions manual. We are going to start with the student manual. When you open your student manual, it has your contents, and then you will get to a letter There are 120 lessons and I believe 12 investigations, and we'll talk about what the investigations are as well. A letter from the author. Things that are put in bold. Solving each problem day after day is a secret to success. The spiral approach. They will come across the same problems and solving them multiple times throughout the course. Also, it says, remember, solve every problem in every practice set, every problem set, every investigation. Do not skip problems. With honest effort, you will experience success and true learning that will stay with you and serve you well in the future. I can't say that I stuck with that 100% because of how we started. However, I will explain what we're doing and show you that it's still working. The Saxon philosophy. There's incremental development. Topics are developed in small steps spread over time. And it's practiced, it's taught, then it's practiced, then it's practiced again. And then through continual review, previously presented concepts are practiced frequently and extensively throughout the year. That is the spiral approach. Program concepts, you have your textbook, you have your test and worksheets, and you have your solutions manual. Those are the 3 books that you will get. As you go through each one, there are lessons, 120 lessons, and they each consist of a warm-up, new concept, lesson practice, and mixed practice. It has time frames on here. Warm-up, 10 to 15 minutes. Your new concept is 5 to 15. Lesson practice, 5 to 10 minutes. Mixed practice, 20 to 40 minutes. So you're looking at about an hour and maybe 10 minutes or so, depending on how fast your child is able to work through a lesson. Then there are also investigations, and then you have your test. I like that it gives you a list of materials. A lot of people feel like Saxon Math is just worksheets, but it's not. These investigations call for you to have different things. The lessons calls for you to have different things so that you can use hands-on or have hands-on opportunities within this curriculum. And I do love that. Even though my daughter is less hands-on than my other child, she still enjoyed doing some of the hands-on activities that we have done already. Here is your lesson 1. Review of addition stories, missing add-ins, and part 1. I can say that there are word problems within this curriculum. My daughter needs word problems. Word problems are so important. If we're not able to understand and comprehend what the question is asking us, we cannot solve it. That is great. Is the whole book word problems? No, but there are definitely word problems. So you have your warm-up section. You have your new concept section. And it goes on for a couple of pages. It gives you examples and then a solution for the examples. There are multiple here explaining how you would get to the solution to that problem. That is all the new concept. Then you have your lesson practice set. There are just a few problems here. It goes A through J, and they will solve those. Then the mixed practice. Mixed practice has everything in it that you have learned. So if we were in lesson 10, mixed practice would have a question at least from every lesson 1 through 10. That is what mixed practice means. And that is how they do the spiral approach within this curriculum. And each lesson is set up the same. You have your warm up, your new concept, your lesson practice, and your mixed practice. And it just goes through just like that. If you will see, the spaces to put your answers are small. I'm going to go back to the front of the book and show you all here, which is in your test and worksheets booklet. You have your facts practice, Form A. Form B is your lessons worksheet. Form C is your mixed practice solutions. Form D is your scorecard, and Form E is your test solutions. So when you get to the mixed practice solutions or questions and you come up with your solutions, you will use a specific sheet because space here is small, okay? So in your mixed practice, you have small sections. Lesson practice, on your practice sets, you can have your child just use a sheet of their own, a sheet of paper. And that is how the lessons are set up. I'm going to move over. I'll give you another flip through of this in just a moment. Your test and worksheets. This is the booklet that will have all of your answer and extra sheets in it. Your warm-up consists of math facts. If you'll see this, math facts, there are 100 addition facts, and the way you do your math facts, you set a 5-minute timer and you let your child just go for it. And say they only get to here. There are 100 questions. Say they only answer 90 and they answer all 90 of them correct. Okay? 90 questions. Next time, and you put here at the top 5 minutes. It took them 5 minutes to answer 90 questions. The next day, they will come back for lesson 12. If you're doing one lesson a day, they will come back for lesson 12 and they'll get that same 5 minutes to do these exact same math facts. The questions are the same. This time, they may get 95 correct in 5 minutes. And then you just keep going and keep going. This has been so helpful. We have done one of these every single day, and each day her progress gets better and better. And this is just a really good way to get them started and ready to do the math lesson that they are about to start on. Those are the math facts. And within here, there are also activity sheets. Let me see if I can find one. Here's an activity sheet, and this will be used with lesson 14. 100 number chart. I'm not really sure exactly what will be done because we haven't gotten there yet, or we've passed it. We haven't done it. But this is one of the activity sheets. Then you go into subtraction. There's another 100 number chart. And then it takes you back into addition facts. So it goes back and forth. This one is to be used with test 3. It's very self-explanatory in that you use this one with test 3. You will go to your next one. This one would be used with lesson 22. It's very helpful when it does that. You go into subtraction. Here's another activity sheet that will be used for investigation 3, which is where we are about to start. Has my daughter skipped a lot of these math fact sheets? Yes, because we're just doing one a day. I'm going to show you now what we are doing with the test. But lots of activity sheets and different activities for them to do. The math facts go on throughout the entire book. It goes through multiplication, and then it goes through division as well. This is an activity sheet on fourths, eighths, more division fact practice, more multiplication facts, tons of activities for this curriculum, guys. This is something that you cut out and put together. Super fun. So it's not just boring worksheets that people talk about, okay? Then it goes back to addition facts, and this is lesson 103. So you see the spiral approach multiple times, which is so helpful. This is really, really helpful, guys. Division written a different way. What we did was I have had her take test. We started with test 1, and we've just gone through and taken tests. If she gets less than a 90% on a test, that is where we start our lessons. So far, she made 185. She doesn't know an 85 versus a 90 versus an A, B type of thing. We have not discussed those, but she made an 85. I went through to try to figure out why she made an 85, which was like on test 3. The reason why she made an 85 was because she was moving too fast, not because she did not understand the concept that was being presented to her. So with that, I still kept moving with quizzes, and thus far she has made 90s all the way up. We are on test number 10, and I will have her take test number 10. If she misses something or there's a concept missing, that is where we will begin our lessons. It tells you where the test, what lesson you need to start on. Like, for example, here, question number 8 is from investigation 2. Question number 7 is lesson 35. 6, it looks like lesson 10. That is awesome, because if your child misses a concept, you know exactly where to go for that concept to help them be able to get through it. Even if they have done the lessons and they're missing an understanding of that concept, this tells you exactly where it was presented for the first time within this curriculum. You can help your child understand that concept and know where to go back to it. I've seen lots of spiral approach curriculums that do not do that. So you have to then try to figure out where it was first presented and how to reteach that to your child. As you get to the back of this book, these are all of the quizzes or tests. And here are your recording forms. You have your Form A for your fact practice, Form B for lesson worksheets, Form C, mixed practice solutions, Form D is for your scorecard, and Form E is test solutions. Let's take a look at these. Fact practice. Your 100 addition facts, you would put your grade here, the score, and the time. So you would put the time here, 5 minutes, score or number of correct, 99. And you would keep doing that for every one of addition. We have not been doing this, but I'm going to transfer them over to this. And that will also help me know how many addition fact sheets she has actually completed, because at the moment I'm not sure. We weren't counting. Then it's the same thing for the 100 facts. And as you can see, there are less of the subtraction, there are less of the subtraction fact sheets than there are of the addition. Then there's multiplications of 0, 1, 2s, and 5s. Then you have 2s and 5 squares. So many different options for this. Multiplication facts, more. It has everything that you need to be able to record your child's grades for that. The next one is the lessons worksheets. Your warm-up. So you want to make sure that they have completed everything. So you check the box off. Fact practice, mental math, problem solving. Then you go through your review, homework check, error correction. I think that is really good, going through and making sure that your child has done it correctly before they move on to the next lesson. And then introduction, the lesson practice, and mixed practice. Then you have your facts practice. You have the test, the time, and the score. Mental math, this is where you will put all the answers. You have your problem solving, different strategies. Check any you use. So make a chart, graph, or list, guess and check, initial trial and error, which is basically what that is. Use logical reasoning, act it out, make it simpler, work backwards, draw a diagram, draw a picture, find a pattern. Your child will fill this out. Whatever strategies they use, check it. Then here's your lesson practice. They can work out the problems here. And that is it for the lesson worksheet. You make copies of these. They are perforated, so you can tear them out, make copies, and put them in a 3-ring binder, which is what we did for ours. Your mixed practice solutions. With every lesson, you have mixed practice solutions. This gives your child space to work it out, because as you remember, those spaces were super small. D is your scorecard, where you would put their date, the lesson or test, and then the score for each one. And then this one we tore out already. This is for the test solutions. We have been using this as she's been going through and doing tests about every couple of days. And we tore this out and just made multiple copies of it and put it in a 3-ring binder, and she will work out the problems on this page to give her the space that she needs. This one here is simply the solutions manual. Just as it says, it has every answer to every question. Here we will go to lesson 46. You have your warm-up. Here we are. You have your lesson practice answers, and you have your mixed answers. What you will be looking for also, you're probably wondering, you're like, where are the answers to the math facts? They are here. As you get to the back of this book, you will find your topics. Topic A, lesson practice. You have everything here. Topic B, lesson practice. And then you go into your supplemental practice. So there are different opportunities for supplemental work. Here's lesson 16, 17, lesson 30. Those are all optional things within. And it has the answers here. And as you move further, you have your fact practice test, with the solutions here. Has every answer to each sheet. Solutions for your test. Here are all of your answers that you will go through. Now in the test solutions, it does not describe to you how to do it, but as I showed you before, within the test, if you miss a question, it tells you what lesson to go to where that concept was first introduced to your child. As you can see, there are a lot of parts to the curriculum, but they do an amazing job of explaining exactly how to use each part within it. I am excited because my daughter, even though we have not jumped into the actual lessons yet, we've just done the math facts and the test, her math fact ability has improved greatly. I'm excited to see how this curriculum is going to help her with her math skills. It's very thorough. And it explains everything to you. Make sure that if you decide to choose this curriculum, that you read through those pages within that student manual. It gives you line by line exactly how to use the curriculum so that it best benefits your household. I'm just excited about it. I'm going to give you guys an update. Of course, you know, once we start using the lessons, I will let you know how it works out for us. I'm not quite sure at this moment if we will do a full lesson every day because I don't want to spend 1 hour on one math lesson. It may be that we have to break it up into 2 days depending on how fast she's able to catch on to the concepts and get through the lessons. With understanding. I don't want her to rush if she doesn't understand what she's doing, which will come out in the end anyway because her grades, she won't get the problems correct. So we are going to take our time and just go through this curriculum and looking at the benefits that we have seen in just the few items that we've used. I feel like it's going to be a good fit for her. If you have any questions, you think of anything, need clarification on anything, please put that in the comments below. I will be happy to answer those for you. I know that sometimes my brain is going a certain way and it may not fit for how you or what you want to see in here. So hopefully I did a good job of explaining it to you. Like I said, put it in the comments if you have any additional questions. Also, if you like these types of videos, please go ahead and give them a thumbs up so that I know it's something that interests you and I can present more of that for you. Once again, I'm happy to have you here. I thank you so much for clicking play and sticking around. If you haven't done so already, go ahead, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos here. And I will see you right back here at The Life of Tillmans for another video next time. Bye.